Colored content exclusive.
Hi everyone, it's Victoria, and I'm here with Joshua Wilson, the creator of Matters of the Heart.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm good. Like I just told you, this is all new to me, so this is pretty interesting and new.
Yes, it's a cool setup. I think, especially because we do video, that it makes sense that we have a video interview.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions. For anyone who
All
hasn't
right.
seen the new web series, please tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, it started out as an idea I had after I had a pretty bad breakup a few years ago, and it just kind of turned into something much bigger when I found out that the heartbreak that I was experiencing was something a lot of guys go through. They just don't want to admit it. So I just thought to myself, this would be a pretty interesting idea to kind of make into like a series or something, and just see how people react to it. And that's kind of how it started. It just started with a whole bunch of realizations that a lot of guys go through the exact same thing that I went through. That just nobody wanted to admit it.
I mean, I guess I could believe that. I don't know. The guys I know, they something else.
Hey,
Anywho.
I'm gonna tell I'm gonna tell you, and I tell all women this, and guys hate that I tell this, but it like all the guys that act like they don't care or act like nothing's bothering them, they're actually putting on a really good front.
No, I could totally believe that too. I'm just being really silly. Um, so you talked about the inspiration behind the series.
hmm
How have people really like reacted to the series since it's really new? How have people reacted to the series so far?
What's crazy is I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people have been saying to me that it's helped them get over their breakups, or that they're currently going through it, and that they were happy to see somebody fully represent the exact situation that they're experiencing at the time. I've even had people come up to me crying saying, "I'm going through this right now. Like, I can't believe you did this." And so I'm not gonna lie, that was something I wasn't really anticipating, but I'm really glad that what we were able to create is something that people can relate to on a much bigger level than I was anticipating.
And that's totally dope. Like people are really reacting and loving it, and
Yeah,
feeling it, like taking it in. So that's always good.
yeah. It's been really. I mean, me as a creator, you always want to know that what you're doing is touching people. So it's been really great for me to have that experience.
Yeah, no, it's totally dope. So could you tell me a little bit more about your experience? You're acting in a series. So are you just an actor? You also created it. So are you a screenplay writer?
Well, I'm gonna be real with
Speak a
you.
little bit about
I'm gonna be real with you. I've been acting since I was about 10 years old. So I'm mainly an actor. I created the series out of, what's the right word? I guess kind of out of desperation. The landscape of the entertainment world is totally different. It doesn't really matter how good you are anymore. It matters about who you know and how many phone calls you can make, and so I've been bouncing around a lot of auditions. I've auditioned for a bunch of high profile projects, and nothing was happening. And I was realizing I was losing these parts to people who can make one phone call. And I just decided that if I'm going to do anything, if I'm going to be involved in anything that I feel is worth being a part of, I have to create it myself. So that's when I started writing, and I directed it myself and helped put it together. I was there in the editing room. I was there putting the sound together with all the people that was helping me. So for me, I would have preferred to just be an actor, but sometimes God has different plans for you.
Yeah, exactly. So being that this is like your first full project, what was the largest obstacle you had?
uh the largest obstacle I had was just inspiring people to want to be great. I mean, we all have a lot of things going on in our lives. We have our own things going on that that are taking some that are taking a little bit more importance over other things. So just inspiring people to come to set every day, inspiring people to do their best while they're there, and working around people's work schedules, and That was probably the biggest obstacle I had, because this is something that I mean, it's going to be easier for season 2 because people now they see what
See
I
it.
was trying to, yeah, but prior to that they had never seen it or knew exactly what I was trying to do. So just really inspiring people to really want to come together and do something great was probably the biggest obstacle I had.
Okay. So I don't want to like give away too much of the story. There's some parts that I really like. Um, I don't know if I should talk about it. Maybe you're setting it up for season 2, but I mean, like,
Hmm.
are people mad about the relationship you have with other females in the show? And
I
maybe
know what
how
you're talking
you're,
about.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Okay, so
about.
yeah, so how are people reacting to, the some of the turning points in the series?
Oh, they're bad. They're mad at me, which is exactly the reaction I wanted, because not only was I trying to tell the story about the male perspective of heartbreak, but I was also trying to tell the story of how much there's so much miscommunication between men and women in relationships, how you overlook certain people that you should probably be paying attention to, how you hold on maybe a little too long to somebody you shouldn't be holding on to. So I wanted to cover that aspect of it as well, because a lot of people have been mad at me, but I say to them, it's an easy, quick answer for me is, how many times do you do that though? And it gets real quiet, because we all do that. We all have somebody in our lives that we probably should be paying attention to, somebody in our lives that is probably better for us than the person we're tripping over, but we get in our own way.
Yeah, I can totally see that. It makes
Yes.
sense. But when you're watching a series, you want the person to do exactly what you want them to do in the
Oh
series.
yeah. But I'm really glad I got that reaction, because that's what I wanted. I wanted people to be upset with me. Like, as of right now, I'm a lot of people's least favorite character, which is good. It's just cool.
Sometimes it's good to be hated.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what I was looking for. So I'm not really too upset about that.
Okay, so I asked a similar question like yearly to everybody because I'm kind of doing a census of how we can always kind of grow in the industry and build more diversity. So the question is, how could we as a community
Hmm.
build more diversity in media and entertainment?
I think I think the only thing that's really holding. Are you speaking about Black creators or just creators in general?
I think creators of color, Black creators.
Okay. I would say, in my opinion, the thing that's holding us back is we're making stories that are relatable only to our day-to-day lives, as opposed to a universal story. I think if creators of color, made more universal stories, I think that's what would break the barrier down, because we can't expect a upper middle class white family to understand why Friday is important to us. We can't expect them to understand why menace to society is important to us. You know, I think that we shouldn't lose sight of those stories. Don't get me wrong, but we should also work harder to make more universal stories. Like, for me, I think you could put a white cast in Matters of the Heart, and it could still be relatable. But I wanted to put predominantly black cast in it. So my goal is to make stories that are universally understood and relatable, but with people of color.
Okay, so this is my last question.
Okay.
What's next? Aside from season 2, what's next for you, your team? And I guess what maybe if you can tell any like secrets, what's next for season 2?
We're working out the details of a few deals right now. So we're gonna see what happens. But as far as I'm concerned, we start filming season 2 next month, and we start filming a few other projects next month as well. So 2017 is, I'm looking to drop maybe 3 to 4 projects,
That's big.
including season 2. Yeah, including season 2 of Matters of the Heart as well. But I'm looking to drop something each quarter of next year.
That's dope. Well, congrats. So where can people
Thank you
find
very
all
much.
your great content?
Well, right now we have everything on YouTube. It's the YouTube channel is ETC by Us on YouTube, or you can just type in Matters of the Heart web series. You should be able to find it. I have a few other things on the channel from when I used to do radio, a few interviews with people like Kendrick Lamar and things of that nature. But that's a lot older. But we got a lot of new stuff coming very, very soon. So expect something as early as January. That's something new.
All right. So January, ETC. Am I saying it right? ETC.
By,
What is it?
yeah,
Entertainment.
by us.
By us. By us. Okay.
Yes.
And they can check that out. And they could also use Instagram, Twitter for matters of the heart, to find matters of the heart, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Joshua.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye.
Bye.